Underground Goat Show, man. I go by the name of TML Stevie, and we got another special guest, man. Goes by the name of Jerry McCloud, man. So another legend, man. Underground Goat, man. I call him Underground Goat, you know what I'm saying? But he a goat to me, man. He a goat to a lot of people he come from, man. He another product of Lufkin, man. We're going to be touching on a lot of people, man, but y'all know how I felt about getting a lot of guys on here from Lufkin, man. And this is another special guy that played in the Big 12. I'm talking about what? Come on, man. We're going to get to it, man. We're going to get to it, man. But welcome, man. I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Appreciate you having me, man. I really like what you got going on and happy to be here.
Man, that's dope. That's dope, man. So
Sir.
we're going to start out like this, man. I like to ask, you had to describe, knowing your journey.
Right.
And I heard it's a crazy journey, man. I hope we can get to that. But if you had to describe it in one word, what would it be? Your life and your journey. You had to describe it in one word. What would that word be?
Man, that's a good question. Man, I can give you a couple of words, man.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Rough, tough, hard, kind of going through that journey, sacrificing, seeing my brothers get there before I did,
Okay.
It's humbling, man. It was hard. It was hard, but one word, man, I'm just glad I didn't give up. I put it that way.
Yeah.
I just didn't give up. I kept going. I kept pushing.
That's good. So you said something about your brother. So, what sports did your brothers play? You had older brothers? Or you meant your brotherhood, like your brothers?
Right.
Okay.
Brotherhood. I could say I had big brothers, man. Growing up, grew up on the north side, man.
Of Lufkin.
By John Parker Lufkin.
Okay, you walked them
John
same
Park.
streets that they,
Okay.
Okay.
Went to Brandon Elementary, Garrett, Dunbar,
Right.
Junior High East, the whole nine. But across the street from me, Dedrick Odom, Clayton Odom, and Tracy Odom were my neighbors.
Oh, okay.
Across the street from me. So I looked up to them like big brothers.
All right.
So they all played ball for Lufkin. Dedrick was a running back when I was probably 4th, 5th grade. He was a running back at Lufkin with, we call him Flute, but Dwayne Castle, him and Dwayne Castle, man.
Shout out to Flute.
Back in the day, man. And
Right.
Coming up after that, Clayton Odom, still across the street from me.
Right.
He ended up being a really great receiver for Lufkin and signed to go play for BYU.
Wow.
So I looked up to him like, man, he's going to play college ball. My neighbor.
Wow.
I've seen him on TV,
That's crazy. I didn't know
But
that.
who I really looked up to was Tracy. He was the youngest brother.
Closer to your age.
Closer to my age, So every time I went over to the house, I'm with Tracy. I'm playing games with Tracy, throwing the ball with Tracy, So I looked up to him like a big brother. And he ended up playing at Texas A&M at Kingsville, coming out of Lufkin. But at the same time, at that time,
that was big. That's big. That's what this is about,
he should have
bro.
been
Exactly.
Texas A&M.
Yeah,
But,
exactly. You made it there at that time, then you
Yeah.
probably could have. Exactly.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
man.
So I looked up to them, man. It's my big brothers as far as the athletic side of it. They do a lot of athletic type things with me. And if I want to look up to my big brothers as far as like raising me, I would say my family in Nacogdoches, man. I had family in Nacogdoches. My mom is originally from Nacogdoches, Texas.
Okay.
My grandmother's from Nacogdoches, Texas. My grandmother married my grandfather, moved to Lufkin. That's how I ended up in Lufkin.
Okay.
My grandmother pretty much raised me.
One of
Dad was
those
in my
stories,
life.
yeah.
Mom was in and out.
Okay.
But for us two sets of brothers, I say for us the football side, since we're talking athletically, I say the Odom brothers. That's who I really
shout out to the Odom brothers.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Shout out to Tracy.
Shout out
Clay
to Flute,
DJ.
man. Right. So let's talk ages. Like around what age did sports start to become like? I know you with the Odom brothers, you know what I'm saying, but like what grade are we talking like when you started to kind of maybe take sports a little bit like I think I want to do this, you know what I mean? I think I want to play sports. So when you become that little athlete.
My dad was a big Cowboys fan. Most of my parents were at that time. Watching Eminem and all those guys play. Seeing my dad, man, actually how excited he was to see the Cowboys.
Right.
See football. What Eminem gonna do?
Right.
And he excited, so I'm excited.
Exactly.
So football was the first thing. My dad was a basketball player, actually. From Diboll, shout out Diboll, Texas.
Right.
My dad was from Diboll, man. But just like I said, it's growing up in that era, just seeing how excited he would be about that game of football, even though he didn't play it, it made me,
Right.
know. I really wanted to. That's what I wanted to do. I want to play football.
You want to play football? Okay,
and
because
then
I was
just playing in the neighborhood, man. I would say I was a little bit better than some of the guys in my neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get into.
You the running back.
Okay,
I'm the running back. Okay, cool. Always a running back. All right. I'm always the go-to in the neighborhood.
Okay. See,
so,
that's where it started.
Yeah, so that's kind of where it kind of started, and I knew I was like, okay, I'm pretty good.
All right, that's what I was about to ask. Like, when did you know you was a little bit different? So it started in the neighborhood. And you took that confidence to school ball.
Took it to school.
Was it different, or it feel the neighborhood, or it was like, okay, I'm really him. If the neighborhood feel like this and school feel like this, or was school a little bit more challenging, or what? Or was it like I'm still like?
I say it's more so the neighborhood, man.
Really?
Because school, we go to PE, we might play around a little bit. I'm thinking young, 4th, 5th grade when I'm kind of getting to that level. But in the neighborhood, we already playing killer man, throw up tackle. Some people call it throw up tackle. We playing that. I mean, it's 20 guys from the neighborhood over, across the street. My neighborhood, we all in one area, and we going at it.
Right.
So it was a lot of competition, man. But I knew, a lot of those guys were good, and I would, like I said, I would, kind of win most of the time.
Right.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I like to.
Yeah, that's what I can do, man.
Okay.
It's me.
And you took that confidence to high school. Early on in people's high school years, they switch positions. Most guys that they play. You're much a sport athlete at that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get a little bit about that. Like, what all sports did you take serious? Like really like talking about? Because I know track, but
football and
track.
Football and track. Try basketball, man. Anybody can tell you, man. I wasn't the best at basketball.
Okay.
I rebound my butt off.
Yeah. No, it's cool because I heard track,
shooting and all that.
Track,
they weren't me, man.
You know.
But I kind of stood. I played basketball up to about the 9th grade because my friends played.
Yeah. And that's when you decide. You decide which way you're gonna go around that time when you start focusing on. So you focus on football, and we also know you had a successful. You picked right. You know what I'm saying? You picked right, but I've also heard that. Now I'm gonna wait on that. But you pick right. You know what I'm saying? Playing football, but. How were those years, and what do you remember about like those high school years? Like, hold on, let's get back up because you went to it was two middle schools in Lufkin at the time you came up.
So honestly, man, little league football, playing the city Lufkin football,
right?
You got to really show your skills.
Okay,
so that's where it really kind of started.
All right.
What they would do, they would make you run a 50-yard dash, everybody line up, and then that's how they would do the draft in the little league. And I won all the time. Every time I raced, I win.
Real.
So I knew at my age group, and I was like, okay, and guys, coach picked me up and played on the team. I really got to show my skills, man. And so I figured out how really good I was, man. Actually, and at 2 positions, I was always a good running back, pretty good receiver, and a really good defensive back. I could play defensive back, man. I was just reading.
Real.
That's how because in little league, you kind of just get it's just a skill, man.
Right.
You kind of get your skills. Then as you're moving up, we get to Dunbar, where everybody's at Dunbar Intermediate at the time in Lufkin.
Okay.
7th graders, all the 7th graders, and we still in Little League playing. Actually, our last year of Little League.
All the 7th graders at one school.
At one school, and playing on all these Little League, City League teams, still showcasing our talent. Because we're knowing the next year we're gonna split up. We're gonna go to East and West.
Oh, okay.
And it's tackle football.
Right.
It's real deal. Now,
in
the city, in Houston, they were already playing Little League tackle, Pop One and stuff. But in Lufkin, it was only flag football at the time.
Okay.
And then we didn't get to play tackle until we were in the 8th grade. And so once we got to 8th grade and 9th grade at East and West, that's when the tackle and came in the flag. And then we got to see who's the real deal.
Okay.
So I kind of say, that's where it pretty much started.
Okay. Now, high school football. Let's go to high school. The Pack. The legendary Pack. Like how was that? How was that experience? And early on, that's the early on of the Pack. You know what I mean? How was that?
Coming from East, I was a running back. That's all I knew. Running back and corner. I remember moving up in the 10th grade. They put us on. We had a sophomore team and a JV team. I think I might have been on JV. I can't really remember. But I remember my junior high East coach, Coach Guzman, moved up the same year we moved up, going to high school, leaving East, we going to high school.
He knew about you.
He knew. He looked at me. He was like, McCloud, why you a receiver? You're a running back. What you doing?
Oh, yeah.
So I always think about that, too. I wasn't the biggest guy, but I was quick and shifty and could run. But I always look back at them like, man, I think I'm supposed to be a running back. But anyway, it is what it is. I just want to play on varsity on the pack.
Right.
That was our main goal. When you get to high school, you want to be on the varsity for the Lufkin Panthers, man. That's it. That's all. That's all you want to do. Okay. And I looked up to a lot of guys, man. You know, we had Jacoby Shepherds. I'm just thinking about guys I had to compete with. You know, right. Jacoby Shepard, Shotty Walker, Jason Alford, Michael White, man.
Plentiful. I know the list.
It was
crazy.
ballers, man.
Right,
You
right.
know, and our coach at the time, Coach Jordan, he didn't play. You know, he'll take that black jersey off in a minute, man.
Black jersey. That's what a couple of times I've heard black jersey in the past.
If he was on that starting defense.
Okay, that's the black jersey. For the purple swarm.
Yeah, for the purple swarm. Black, get you some. Purple swarm, he had a big white D on the front.
Wow.
You didn't have that? If I had that on, man.
For real?
You know, that's how I felt, man.
That's
you know,
dope. That's
there was so much competition, man. And I battled my junior year. I battled with a guy named Shotty Walker. Shout out to Shotty. Shot the ball, man. Yeah. And we would go back and forth at the position. But I just remember the last 5 games of the season heading into district. Coach was like, you the starter. That's it. Word. And I took it, man. I just kind of ran with it, man. And I was looking at the guys that was around me, looking at Jason.
And that was
Alford.
at running back?
No,
that's at receiver.
This is at. I guess I kind of moved too fast.
Yeah, I wanted when did you transition from wide receiver to? Because Coach
Guzman
is saying you should have been running back. You playing receiver. When did you transition to cornerback?
10th grade.
10th grade.
Yeah, he switched me over to receiver and cornerback.
So you and Shotty was battling at the corner position.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You know, and that's how it kind of started. So that's why let me learn something. But I was an athlete, man. You know, so. You know, we had a lot of guys who can play all over the field. Right. You know, I was one of them guys. You could put me at safety. I would play the corner. I would play the receiver, running back, just whatever. Just let me play.
Talk heavy, dude.
Yeah, that's what it was, man. That's how I felt. You know, we were cocky, we were confident, man. Right. You know, because knew the guys I was playing with. You know, so
exactly.
It was just that type of game.
That's dope,
man.
You know? Okay, so let's move forward because you were, you ran the track at the time. Right. In high school, you know what I'm saying? I don't know which one are you taking more serious. You taking track, or you just because you fast, or because you really love football? Like, when did you start thinking about like college and recruiting? Like, who put that on you? Like, who? I know you seen the guys at BYU, the Odom brothers and stuff like that. Right. But when did you yourself start thinking like, I might be, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you want to do.
I say, honestly, I say probably about, once I hit high school, man, I knew what I wanted to do.
Really?
I just knew what I had. I just knew I needed to gain weight.
Right.
You know, I know I needed to study film, get the playbook, the whole, all the stuff I need to do. And I know I need to get in my books, man, grades, Right. And that's what that kind of started with me. But, once I knew I wanted to go to college, man, I would say probably 10th grade, man. I started seeing, I'm watching college games, Ricky Williams. I'm seeing Michael Bishop at K-State. I'm seeing, then my guys that I'm with at the time, my buddies I'm hanging with at the time, it was just something we were just soaked into. We like, man, we want to play college football.
That's why
it wasn't like NFL really
yeah.
yet. It was just like, man, we want to play college football at the highest level because we know we can do it.
Exactly.
I don't want to go to, to Division I AA school. I don't want to go to D2 school, the schools that recruited me. I want to play Division I football because I know I can play it and I know I can compete with those guys,
That's big. That's why your circle is so important too.
Yeah.
Just imagine if
we competed all the time,
right.
man. It just...
That's dope.
That's just what it was. It wasn't none less, man. That's what we wanted to do.
I feel like that's dope. Okay, so look, now that you know what you want to do, which is big, you know what I mean, because that's the half of it, you know what I mean? How was the recruiting process for you? You some of those schools, were you entertaining them, knowing in the back of your head, I'm better than this, or I want to do more than this, or like who were some of the schools that was recruiting you like early on? Like
honestly, I didn't have a lot of schools recruiting me. I knew I should have,
right?
But like I said, like my cousin had interviewed with you earlier, Marcus Jones, he sent out film. Something that I should have done.
Oh, okay.
Something that I didn't do at the time.
Okay.
The thing about this time, we just hoping we get a letter,
yeah.
from anybody.
Just anybody.
And I got them from McMurray, Abilene Christian, Stephen F. Austin, Sam Houston.
You ain't studying that.
Yeah.
What?
I see him. I'm gonna keep him over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit you. I'm gonna throw him away. I'm gonna keep him right here. But my mind is elsewhere, man. I'm still trying to get to that. Wow. I want to compete at the highest level because I know if I get to that level and I compete with those guys, I can get to the next level.
Yeah.
That was my mindset at the time, man.
So you had to be a hard worker because most guys that shy away from it because they ain't put in the work. But if you chasing it like that, then I mean you put in the work,
Yeah.
or you believe in your talent enough. You know what I mean?
It was more, I put in a lot of work, and I believed in my talent, and all of that, man. And like I say, looking at my friends, get those Division I scholarships, which I knew, honestly, man, what kind of held me back was SATs, ACTs.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I should have took it a lot more serious than what I did.
Right.
I wish if I could go back, man.
Yeah.
Give me an SAT book. I'm gonna read it inside out. But at the time, I'm just going out with talent.
Nobody's telling you.
No one's telling me. My dad is telling me make good grades.
But they not going into detail, letting you know the ins and outs of how this SAT thing work and how it affects your eligibility. You know what I mean? That's big.
So I was actually stuck in a situation where I was like, man, where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go Stephen F. Austin or Sam Houston or somewhere like that. No. And then I started getting all these junior college opportunities. And I knew about Jacoby Shepard and Jason Alford. They went to Kilgore and TJC.
Okay.
I said, okay, that's another opportunity for me to get to that level. If I go to somewhere else, a Division I, that's it. I'm there. But if I go to this junior college, play 2 years with some ballers, and prove to them and those coaches I can do something with that.
Right.
And so when the opportunity came, man, that's what I shout out to Coach O'Quinn at the time. Ran into the gym one day. Was like, Jerry, TJC want to give you a scholarship. I was like, cool. Okay. All right. TJC, fine. I knew Jacoby was there. I knew he's getting ready to go to Oklahoma State. I'm like, okay, Jacoby went and did something there. Yeah. I said, let me try that.
Oh, so that Jacoby kind of gave you, because that was your path already. You knew where you wanted to go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And Jacoby kind of showed you that you can go that way and get there.
Right. Coach Jordan also Hines Community College in Mississippi also offered me a scholarship, but that was in Mississippi.
Okay.
I want to stay close to home. Once I got the Tyler thing at the time for junior college.
Right.
Now if Ohio State was calling, I'm going.
Yeah.
But junior college, I want to stay close to home, see around my family. If I can do it there and then go off, that's kind of my plan. That was my mindset.
Okay, so you went to TJC. You went
TJC.
Obviously, you balled out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did my thing, man. A receiver. That's the crazy part.
Oh,
I was
really?
a defensive back in high school. Got the TJC. We have too many corners. We got two All-American corners. They got Jacoby Shepard and another guy. And then the safeties, I didn't play safety, but they had two good safeties.
They loaded though.
Loaded.
Right.
Play receiver. We got Robert Ferguson from Houston Spring Woods. We got Derek Armstrong from Jasper. We got you. Oh, I'm sorry. And my boy O.J. Mathis. He came from Duncanville. And we got you. 4 receivers all we had. Wow. So I had to play receiver. I'm like, cool. I don't care. I just put me on the field, coach. I
You've
been
like that. Right.
I've been burning folks.
Right.
So that's how that all kind of.
Okay. Now that JUCO route is a tough route, man. We talk about some of the guys that first generation athletes that graduated high school and got Notre Dame and Power 5, Power 6 talent, but the grade situation kind of tripped a lot of them up, so they end up at junior college. So just when people say they go to junior college, that ain't just no easy task like that. It be ballers in JUCO, bro, and they like mad that they at JUCO because they know they supposed to be somewhere, so they finna take it out on you. So it's a lot of ballers at JUCO. So you know what I mean? Like you feel me? So
prime example, man, Dominic Rhodes. That's one guy I played with. Yeah, Indianapolis coach. Midwestern State Indianapolis coach running back. He's I can give you one guy. I think of him when I got to TJC. He was already a year older than me, and I already had Texas Tech. That's who signed him.
Right.
They just say, okay, go play for 2 when you come over here and play.
Get his stuff together and come over here and do what we know you can do.
Coldest running back I won't say the coldest I played with, but one of the coldest, the top 3 I played with. And like, man, this dude's going to the NFL. You just know.
Right.
And then he had to take a different route going to Midwestern State, but he still got to the NFL.
That's crazy.
Make it.
That's crazy. So how do you ultimately end up at who recruited you coming out of TJC?
Now TJC, I started getting bigger schools.
Right. Okay.
I got a school for my first offer wasn't really a big school. They're bigger now, but Middle Tennessee, my first offer to play receiver. I was like, okay. Then I get Utah State. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Then San Jose State. I'm like, And then I get Ole Miss. Boom. Tom Levine called me one day on the phone like, hey, we want you to play cornerback. I'm like, what? He going to high school. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
You know, Tony Levine gave me a call from University of Mississippi. Basically told me he wanted to give me a full ride, scholarship. I was like, okay, cool. This is going into my sophomore year at TJC.
Oh,
So
okay.
once after my freshman year playing, going into my sophomore year, I was committed to Ole Miss. That was my hands down. That's where I was going to go. All I had to do was graduate.
Okay.
But
that took a turn.
That took a turn. But
what happened with that? Oh, well, keep going. Yeah.
Okay. But the thing with that, man, is still I was trying to get out of TJC.
All right.
I have to graduate.
Right.
And so still at the time, my grades are good, but you had to take a test called the TABS test to graduate from junior college.
Right.
I'm like, I got to take another test? You
know?
Right. So I'm just like, all this test taking, man, is just overwhelming. I was not the best test taker, to be honest with you. You know, I'm more of a visual learner, but for as all the test taking, man, just wasn't my thing at the time. You know, I should have been more in tune to it. But came down to that, and again, following Jacoby Shepard. Coach Dale Carr at TJC was like, hey, Jacoby went through the same thing you're going through. He brought me to the office. He went to a junior college in Kansas called Cloud County Community College, ran track for one semester, went to Oklahoma State. Wow. But by going to Cloud County, you don't have to take that test. All you got to do is go and you know, pass your classes, get above a
decent GPA,
decent GPA, and you good to go. But in Texas, we had an extra step that a lot of guys couldn't get past that step, man. You know,
who was the coach that put you on that little loophole? Who was that?
For Coach Dale Carr.
Dale Carr. I think he's shout out to Coach Dale Carr.
I think he's at San Angelo State University now. I could be wrong. He was there last I heard. Yeah. But he put me on that journey, man. I remember my dad just like, let's go. You know, let's go and get this degree. That's all I needed. I'm going to Ole Miss. That's it. That's all.
Oh, so at this time, you still committed to Ole Miss. You're going to take this journey to this school up there, and then you're going to go still play football at Ole Miss. That was the plan.
That was so the football season's over, 9-9 at TJC. 2000, the spring, was track season, so I needed one semester. So that's why I went to Cloud County. One semester, passed my classes, did what I had to do. But it still was a journey though. Right. It still didn't work out like that for me though. So I go to Cloud County and still didn't do what I need to do. Oh, yeah. And so I'm running track. I'm like, I gotta go through this again. So I had to sit out the year of 2000. I couldn't play sport. I couldn't play football because I had to graduate. I could have went to other schools.
If you would have graduated from Cloud County. But you didn't graduate from Cloud County, so you sit out.
Didn't graduate from Cloud County, 6 hours short, something like that I needed, I don't know.
So Ole Miss pulled a scholarship.
Well, he didn't pull it.
But you just couldn't go there because you didn't graduate. Yeah.
He still wanted me. I was still the offer on the table.
You got to take care of your business.
But I had to take care of my business. And I was still, telling him, hey, coach, this summer, I'm going to take these summer classes, I'm going to get in, I'm going to be there. It didn't happen that way. So going through that summer, I didn't go. I came home. I won't say I gave up. I felt like giving up, but I didn't. I enrolled back at TJC the year 2000 for the fall semester. Went there whole semester. I said, I'm gonna be taking all my classes I made bad grades in. If I had a C, I need to get it. I need to get this transcript
and
right.
you're not playing no sports.
I'm not playing no sports.
You just focused.
I'm just focused.
That's
man.
big.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yes, that's big.
So I look at it like I always like to say it's my red shirt year. Yeah. Which it really was.
Perspective is everything.
I was still competing, going out doing things, but it wasn't at that, at that level yet. So, TJC a semester again, just there, taking classes, man, trying to finish. That's big. Needed 6 more hours. Like it was crazy, man. I just wasn't, like I said, I should have been more focused, man. Called my coach at Cloud County. Said, Coach, I want to come back one more semester. I'm gonna get it right this time.
You doubling back on everybody.
On everybody. Right. I'm getting it right.
You
this
determined.
Time,
that's the resiliency that.
I promise you, I'm gonna get it right, man. And then I go back to Cloud County, run track again. Now it's 2001. Spring. Running track there. While I'm at Cloud County, I'm able to take some Kansas State courses. And I still don't know I'm gonna go to Kansas State yet. I'm still Ole Miss.
Right.
So as I'm running track this spring season, I'm getting track scholarships all of a sudden. I'm getting Miami. Oh. I got Kansas State offering me. Right. Then I got I mean, Arkansas. I mean, I got all kinds of track scholarships, man. Because
Out of
at
nowhere.
that time, man, running track for a year, got in that track shape. And I got faster, man. I'm getting older. I'm getting strong. I'm getting
maturing into
developing.
your body.
You know,
Yeah.
my body is
That you said you wanted to do anyway.
I leave high school at $150 now. I'm probably about 170 something. You know, so I'm a little stronger. Now at the time, you know, and when I told him I was gonna get it right this time, I was serious, man.
That's big.
And while I was at Cloud County, I met a buddy named LaMarcus Newman, who also had some offers, knew some coaches and things like that.
Right.
And I rode up with him one day up to Kansas State.
Mm-hmm. He had committed.
I'm still Ole Miss.
He committed to Kansas, or he was just
He just kind of trying to get in with
right,
right. He wasn't committed. I think he was more so committed to Oklahoma State. But we just kind of up there, just kind of looking.
Right. Yeah.
See what they talking about.
Yeah.
So I run in at the same time. At while I'm there, a guy named Coach Dunn, the offensive line coach, he was like, "Who are you?" And I told him I was. Told him our situation. I'm like, I'm going to Ole Miss. You know, I wasn't even thinking about Kansas State.
Yeah.
I'm going to Ole Miss. That's where I'm going. I got T-shirts, hats, shoes, I mean everything. You name it, man.
Right.
Banners on my flags hanging. My dad got a flag. I mean, it's crazy, man. And a guy by the name of Phil Bennett, who's been all over the place, man. A lot of people know him. He came into me and was like, "Man, send me your film." Like,
he's a coach. Phil Bennett is the coach at Kansas State.
He's the coach at Kansas State at the time.
Okay, he tell you. Okay.
I'm like, all right. I'm going to Ole Miss. All right, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
but you want the film?
Coach.
I give you the film, man.
Man, that dude called me, man, and first of all, I told you the track team already offered me.
Right.
He called me and gave me a deal. He said, "Tell you what, if you come here and the Ole Miss they're not gonna let you run track. I know how much you love track equally, because that's how I would tell them at the time.
Yeah.
If you come here, you can play full ride football scholarship, and we'll let you run track." I was like, really?
Yeah.
And that was, for me at the time, I love both sports equally. That's I really like football a little bit more because the opportunity level, but track was right there, man. I loved it, man. You know, so he told me that. Then my thing was like, man, now I got to call Coach Tom Levine and tell him. I'm like,
he been sticking beside you with
he
all
been
this
behind
stuff
me the whole
you've been
time,
through.
sending me. Oh my gosh, dude! It was like it took about 2 or 3 days for me to even call him and let him know that my mind was changing. You know, and by me being in Kansas at the time, I kind of got in that Kansas culture.
You was acclimated to
I
it.
saw how people loved the Wildcats. Yeah. I saw how passionate they were, man. I was like, okay, then I'm meeting guys that's there. They from Texas, and when I went to Ole Miss, 2 people maybe.
Come on, man.
You know, so I get there. Then I'm still thinking about, you know what? If I go to Ole Miss, my parents come see me play against LSU, maybe Arkansas. If I go to the 12, A&M,
come on,
Texas, Baylor,
yeah,
we right there.
Come on,
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma State.
And I'm like, man, then just meeting the guys there, man, and just seeing how many people from Texas, man, vibing with the Rock Cartwrights from Conroe, and just seeing guys from Texas, man, Bobby Walker from Tyler, he played at Lee, now Legacy,
How was that conversation with Coach? Like, cause some coaches we seen the coaches that got a little salty, but when you called him after he stuck beside you, man, was he a real one and wished you well? You know what I mean? Or was he kind of like?
I honestly, man, he was a real one. He wished me well,
dope.
man. He when I told him, he paused for a second. I could hear it. He took a deep breath.
Yeah.
He sucked it in. I heard all
Tough
that, man.
in.
It's like I was talking to my dad, man.
Yeah.
That's how we had built that relationship
over time. Right.
For that coach football relationship. I mean, man, and it, and he congratulated me. I'm trying to remember, but it was more so. It took some time.
Bro.
He took a deep breath. I feel like I was talking to my dad,
That's great,
and he was more so like, I want to congratulate you, man. I wish you the best, man. Hope everything work out for you. He hung the phone.
Bro, wow.
And that was it. I was like, man. And I continued to call Phil Bennett, and hey,
rocking ever since. That's
rocking
crazy.
ever
So
since, man.
you come from Lubbock, Texas. You got this journey where you going to Tyler, you going Kansas. You making it happen with the end goal in mind, right? Okay, so you get to Kansas State. When did you say, okay, like, I made the right decision, like you know what I mean? Because you chasing it. Some boys will give up and go home. They don't got that resiliency.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's big. But also with that journey, what I want to speak on right quick is it shows you the person that you is too. Because to continue to get these chances with coaches and this whatever. Like coaches, you know, they give up. Some guys are knuckleheads, some guys are this, they give up on it. So
Absolutely.
shout out to you for you obviously was a good person. You obviously wasn't a troublemaker. You're raising. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them, the older boys, Flute and them, everybody that played a part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Nacogdoches fan, everybody, you know what I'm saying? That says a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a little kudos to that. But when did you, once you got to Kansas State, know like, okay, this is the right decision for me?
Man, I probably said day one, man.
For real.
I walked in the building, I saw the facilities, man. Cause think about it, man, I'm coming from junior college.
Right.
You know, Lufkin was better than junior college.
Right.
I feel like I went down, for its facility-wise.
Yeah.
I feel like I went down a level when I went to junior college, but, you know, when I got to Kansas State, man, it was just like all the bells and whistles, man. I mean, day when I walked in, I'm like, wow, they got it.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? This is it. This is me. I feel right here. Cause I honestly, man, I want to keep going back. But when I went to Ole Miss, I did get a certain type of vibe, man. Cause at the time, they were allowing people to wave those rebel flags.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when I look back, I'm at the guy looking back, I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, they balling though. Get back to the football. But at the same time, that flag was always kind of back of my head, man.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that I don't know. It was just kind of crazy, man. But when I got to K-State day one, man, I knew that was for me. That was the place for me to be.
All right. So you the road crazy, and I like the long road. I like the long way. Everybody know. You know what I'm saying? But like, because I like the resiliency because it's pit stops, it's roadblocks, it's you know what I mean. U-turn, it's all kind of stuff. But you gotta stay. It's everything along these paths. So you maneuvering through everything. Right. But you playing receiver, you running track. You know you doing all this. Now, Kansas State wants you to play DB. So you going to the 12 to learning a new position.
K-State want to play receiver again.
Oh, they don't switch. They want you to play receiver.
That's what I'm saying, man. So I get there, Bennett. Bennett wanted me to play defensive back.
Oh, okay.
See, at the time, man, I'm like a two-way guy, man. I'm just fast, and they just like, hey,
we got to get him
play corner. I know he can play receiver.
Well,
I got film on high school playing corner, film in junior college playing receiver.
He can play both.
So he can play both. So Bennett wanted me to play defensive back. But Snyder wanted me to play receiver.
Shout out Coach Snyder, the legendary Coach Snyder, bro. Man.
Snyder wanted me to play receiver, so I had to
go with what Snyder says. Snyder goes, right?
Snyder's a fast guy.
Yeah,
the first headline in the paper when I come in was Speedy McCloud joins Cats. So that's already saying something. Everybody who this cat?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in from JUCO, you know, and they saw me, you know.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
I had to play receiver first.
Bruh.
And made it to a backup position behind Aaron Lockett. Shout out to Aaron Lockett, man, uncle of the Lockett. You know, I can't. Lockett played for the Seahawks. You know, Lockett, it's his uncle.
That's his uncle?
His uncle, man. I played behind him. He's a year older than me. But I learned a lot from him at receiver. Yeah. He was about my size. Mm-hmm. We were both small slot guys. Right. And I learned a lot from him. You know, at Kansas State, man, you can make it to the league as a receiver. You know, you just gotta make some plays. You get there. You know, so I was like, hey, let me commit my time to this. Hey, whatever you want me to play, coach, I'm there. Special teams, I'm there. Receiver, I'm there. DB, whatever.
Bro, this is a crazy story, bro. This road is crazy.
It's crazy, man.
And along this road, you got the legendary Coach Snyder that is taking a liking to you from Lufkin, Texas. He wants you to be. How is that? I played JUCO. I want to drink track. I'm in Kansas. I mean, had semesters where I didn't play no sports. Yep. I never gave up. Yep. And now Coach Snyder likes me at this position. Just having a legendary coach like that. How was it playing for Coach Snyder, bro?
It was phenomenal, man. He's a great coach. That's why I say the best coach I played for, man. You know, I tell people all the time, we've been in practice, man. You know, Coach Snyder come out. We already know he's looking at us up in the office. You know, he can look. He used to be office, up in look in the field. We can't see him. He can see us. Right. You know, but when he walk out in the field, man. I remember he always have a tape recorder in his hand at the time, and if I drop a pass or something, I'll see him. He look at me and just turn the tape recorder, man. Say something in the tape recorder. I'm like, oh, Coach, don't do me like that, man. Come on, that's a meeting this afternoon, probably, man. You know, but playing for Coach Snyder, man, great coach, man. He's smart. Teach young men how to be men. Yeah. That's when I really learned how to be, you know, respectful amongst other people, man, and just really how to be a man. Just grew up a lot, man, when I went there, man, just being in his presence, man. Right. You know, Phenomenal
That's
coach,
crazy.
man. Great coach,
That's
man.
crazy.
And there's nothing bad I can say about Coach Snyder.
Man, that's a big shout out to Coach Snyder, man.
Great coach.
And you
man.
played there for how many years? Like, how was playing in that 12? For how long did you play in the 12?
2 years. In
2 years for 12.
2 years. So playing the first year in the 12, man, a lot of special teams and some receiver. You know, should have been a lot more receiver in my opinion.
Yeah.
But at the time, man, you know.
You blessed to be, man.
Yeah, I'm
in
blessed
them
to be
times,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
But-
Like you dream big. How
Yeah,
dare
man.
you dream that big?
Right.
But you seen, Jacoby and then the older
Right.
brother, so a little bit. But that's still the 12 for you to be.
12,
That's crazy, man.
That's 12, and I knew I could play it, man. You know, and playing that receiver position my junior year, and going through that, man. I'm looking at the defensive back guys. I'm like, these guys are really making a lot of plays. I just wanted to eat. I just had to get me on the field.
Right.
You know, receiver, great. I love it. I need the opportunity. I ain't feel like I got the opportunity as much at receiver in practice, but in the games,
Yeah,
I was like,
not
come
so
on,
much,
coach, what's
right.
going on, man? You know.
Yeah.
But I get it. You know, we had a lot of guys that have been there before me, had put years in, been there 5 years, and it was more of a seniority type of thing. You know, I understood that, but at the same time, I was like, man, I think you need to put the best guys on the field, coach.
Right.
And so, and after that season, man, playing at Kansas State, playing the 12, we went 6-6, man, and made it to wasn't the best season. Year before, prior, they played in the Cotton Bowl against Tennessee. After that, my year I get there, we go 6-6, and we play Syracuse in the Insight.com Bowl at the time, you know. And they had Dwight Freeney, man. They had that's who their edge rusher was. You already know what type of game that was.
Come on, man.
They whooped us. They kicked our butt, man. So, but I just remember after that season, knowing that I'm about to be a senior, I like, okay, this is my time, man. I got to put Lufkin on the map, man. This is my time to shine. This is what I've been here for. This is what I came to do. I need to find my role, stick to it, and dominate it, man. You know, I'm from Lufkin, man. You know, ain't no games
expectations.
I mean, I don't play with so many cats, man. Us from Lufkin, man, different, man. Honestly, different.
That's what I was about to say too, because like you determined to do a lot of things, but like, your build, your size, like that ain't discouraged. That's never crossed your mind. Like you a dog, you going, these goals, you know what I'm saying, and you going after it, man. So going into your senior year, your mind, you tell me your mindset, like how does that work? You get on the field a little bit more at the corner position.
So I'm still a receiver. Keep in mind, I'm still a receiver. So we had that year, Phil Bennett left, the guy who got me there. He left, became the head coach at SMU. Couldn't blame him. He's a head coach.
Like Coach Bennett, yeah.
Bennett. So we got a new guy came in by the name of Bob Elliott. Rest in peace. Bob Elliott came in from Iowa State. We got a whole new defensive staff came in. Coach Brent Billman, who's used to be at Arkansas, Wisconsin. Now he's at Illinois. He was my linebackers coach at the time. He was our linebackers coaches. Those guys came in, a whole new defensive coaching staff. Bob Elliott came to me and was like, you come over the corner, you'll start. Enough said.
Yeah.
That's all I need to hear. Hey. And Coach Snyder wasn't happy about it. I remember him telling me about it. Coach Snyder was, Snyder was saying, no, this is year that he going I need him at slot. And I'm like, man, it didn't seem like it.
Right. You was over that. You was over the corner.
I was over it.
Right.
I go to the corner. So I remember being there during the offseason, man, going through a real Division I program summer workout. Man, it just put me on a whole nother level, man. Running through sand pits and lifting all the weights.
Because you know your opportunity has arrived.
Yeah, it's right. I mean,
this is what you've been waiting for.
I've been waiting for, dreaming all my life. All I want to do is run out of a stadium, man, just seeing a big crowd.
Yeah.
That's all I ever wanted to see. And when it came to life, man, I was like, wow.
That's big.
That was my
you ball
mission.
out. Your goal was set. You wanted to get to that level. You get to that level, man. You can check it off the list and go do your thing. But like, you continue. You wanted to do more. Like it was. You wanted to do more and continue to play.
Right.
You know what I mean? So tell me about that.
So of course my size was an issue at the time. Had a great senior year at the corner position. Played with guys like Terrence Newman. Played for the Cowboys. 5 years at Kansas State.
Wow.
Got drafted. Won the Thorpe. He was on the other side of me.
Our quarterback was called too.
Will Roberson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
We also had other corners. We had other guys that could ball, man. But But
it's a small window. We know, like y'all quarterback was called. He ain't get it. It's a lot. It happens.
It's, you know, and so the opportunity, man. You know, a lot of scouts will come and look for Terrence. You know, he's the guy that's been there. He's the you know, and I also want to make sure, hey, don't forget about Mel from the shine. I'm putting Lefkin on the map, man. And so that year, man, I had a pretty good year. And opportunities came, but I say the major thing that hurt me, I kept getting from a lot of scouts was 1 year at the position. Which nowadays, it don't matter. You ball.
Right,
you,
right. 5
plays, you in the league.
Exactly.
Some people, you know. But at the time, okay, 1 year at that position, you play receiver, we need to see more film. Had a year worth of film, but they want to see more film. This and that, and this. So pro day comes around, they measure me on 5'8", 177, you know. Yeah. You know, Mike Singletary, actually, shout out to Mike Singletary. He measured my height and weight, man.
That's
crazy. I was startled seeing him, man.
Right, yeah. Come on, man. The
crazy, dude. So that's our pro day. Wow. And let me kind of backtrack. We played the Holiday Bowl that year, man. And I had a pretty good game. That last game of the season, only touchdown caught on me was that game the whole year. You know, and we won 11-2 on the season. Number one defense. Wow. Keep in mind, number one defense in the nation that year. I was a part of overall AP ranking. I think we were like number 6 overall AP with 2 losses. Lost to Colorado by 2 points. Lost to Texas by 3 points. A blocked field goal. You know. And
Key from Lufkin playing in that environment.
Seeing these guys playing against Chris Sims and. You know, then he's going out to USC playing Carson Palmer, Troy Polamalu, playing all of them, man. Man. And it was an experience seeing those guys, man. It was great, man. It was, like I said, it was what I dreamed of, you know. Wow. And once I got there, and you know,
bro, y'all be too humble, man. Y'all be too humble. Y'all did some, man. You feel me? For what you was up against with, like, you know what I mean? Nobody like just paving the way and if you're like your own way, you know what I'm saying? You had it in your mind how you wanted to do it and figuring it out that way and then actually going to do it. And now you in USC playing in this arena and you know what I'm saying, playing these teams and like, bro, that's big, bro. That's why I'll be like, genuinely want to talk to you guys, bro, because where we from, bro, like even y'all being the GOATs, like I consider y'all GOATs, but I want everybody to know like this kind of story, bro, because like y'all don't talk about. You ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? But I want to ask you about it to make you talk about it because you know what I'm saying, like, bro. I want to give y'all flowers, bro. These flowers don't die, bro. These flowers don't die, bro. Like I always know, like, bro, he was one of them ones, like, bro, look at this story, look, you know what I'm saying? And then it's not over because you ball out in the Holiday Bowl, you do all this, like that's it. Hey, man, coming from where I come from, I grinded. I went to JUCO. I did all this. It could be, you could finish there and you could be a success. You know what I'm saying? That's a success. Yeah. Coming from where we come from, North Lufkin and like that. Come on, bro. But you still want to play some more.
I want to play some more, man.
So what you do?
So after that, man, I got an opportunity to play. I had the Canadian League actually came through first of all.
Okay.
The Saskatchewan Rough Riders came through. Talking to my agent. So we was I was supposed to work out with him or whatnot. And then all of a sudden the Arena League came around. And so looked at the pay scales about the same at the time, you know. And I was like, it's a little closer to home. I would prefer to go to Canada, you know. Yeah, you know, let's see how that works out. Austin Wranglers came around at the time. Wow. Decided, okay, let me try it out. Yeah. Get a tryout. Of course, he after the tryout, he was like, okay, coach, like, yeah, I'm going to give you a call in a couple of weeks. I'm going to sign you. I'm like, okay. At the time, I'm not really trying to do arena football. You know, I'm just like, well, you know, I'm still trying to get there. I need to get to where I need to be.
Right.
You know, and I got an opportunity, man. When I got there, I met Cedric Walker, man, another Lufkin legend, man, older than us, man. He was a vet in the Arena League. Yeah. And me not knowing at the time, these dudes get paid. Right. You know, I get there, I'm like, okay, I kind of underestimate this whole situation. How much you making? 100 and what?
Yeah, right.
How much you making? 200.
I'm from the crib. I ain't never.
You give me 40 racks.
Come on,
take
man.
It, you know, at the time. Give me that. I'm good. So that was actually my contract. Was my first contract, man, with $40,000, man, in the AFL to play like what? We had like a 16-game season.
Come on, man.
You know, but I knew guys in that league that was making, like I told you, was making
Yeah,
$200K.
right.
It wasn't NFL.
Right, but it was,
You know, it was something.
Yeah.
You know, and it was the opportunity to get to the league NFL because guys are still leaving the AFL, going to the NFL. You know, and I kind of got, I won't say I got stuck in that situation, but I guess I got kind of complacent at the time, man. But at the same time, I was like, okay, let me get in there. I'm making 40,000. Okay, next year I could that 60,000.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take that 80,000.
Right.
Let me get that. You know,
Exactly.
and as the years went by, hey, I got comfortable in the arena.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
I was still decent.
getting
It wasn't
back-
millions.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but
it's a decent living from where I come from, man.
Come
You
on,
know,
man.
I'll take that.
Never
you
had
know?
nothing.
But you know, that was kind of my thing. I played about 6 years in the AFL.
Yeah.
Had a knee injury that kind of ended my career.
Yeah.
You know, a PCL injury, and tried to come back from it, but just never could.
Yeah.
You know, it just wasn't the same, man.
Yeah, that's
So like I think if I maybe took off another 2 years off, then try to come back, but still I wasn't in football shape. It's
Right,
hard trying to get back in
right.
football
Yeah,
shape. You
that's-
take 6 months off,
Yeah.
and in football shape, it's over.
That's big,
You know?
man. So all these stuff that you're doing, all these places that you're seeing, these teams that you're playing for,
Right.
you from Lufkin, Texas,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
And you know what I mean?
Right.
You chased, you walked that dream down,
Right.
bro. And that's what I want to highlight,
Right.
bro, with your story and everything. Like, bro, people quit. Like, you know what I mean? It's, it's easy to do, bro.
Yeah.
And many obstacles that you faced, bro, it could have been easy to quit, bro.
Yeah, man, it could
So
have been
that's-
so easy.
That's real. That's dope, man.
So
you
easy,
know what I mean?
man. So easy.
That's
And,
dope.
You know, and NFL, you know, in college, man, I remember getting a chance to work out for some teams. You know, like it was the Houston Texans gave me a little workout pulled me to the side. Let's take you over here. I want it.
Real.
The Atlanta Falcons did the same thing, you know, and then my height, but then I'm like, man, let's do something. That's kind of, you know, that's kind of, I like that.
Right.
You know, let's do something, you know. And I just remember being in college, man, and my cousin, Marcus Jones, gave me a call. He was like, hey, man, I got a guy that wants to sign you, you know, he wants to be an agent. I was like, okay, let me see who this guy is. Called him up, had a great conversation, flew me out to North Carolina, worked me out with a lot of those UNC guys, man.
Yeah.
I got to compete with those guys. Those guys are great athletes, you know.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the NFL. So that little road, that opportunity kind of came for me a little bit.
Yeah.
I was on my way in that door, man.
Yeah.
But
That's
you know,
cool.
it just didn't really work
That's
like
dope,
it should have, you know. But like I said, I could get an excuse, more film, more
Yeah,
this, more
yeah.
that. But
That's
I
dope.
just wanted to keep playing.
That's
man,
dope.
you
One
know.
last thing on the arena, then I'm gonna get you out of here. I got a
yeah.
last question for you. But when you did the arena thing, you were playing corner.
But it's in the Arena League, you got to pay both ways.
Oh,
So,
really? But that's just your thing. You used to that
you know,
anyway.
so that was my thing.
That's probably why the complacency you say because it was comfortable because that's what you have been doing.
Right.
That's dope.
And
though.
see, in the Arena League, you had to play offense. I was a two-way guy, so you get to play off. You could play receiver and DB. That's your position. You did receiver and the DB. You know, you out there on the field, you playing both sides. You're not coming off the field.
Right.
Now you got some guys that are defensive specialists or offensive specialists that would play only one position.
Right.
And we call it the middle. You know, you play the middle. You guard that main guy. A lot of people know about arena football, but in arena football, you get a high motion at a receiver, so offense gets an advantage. They get to run backwards, kind of like in the Canadian League.
Yeah.
Come running at you full speed, and you got to guard that.
Come on,
you
man.
know, so it's an
Yeah.
offensive game for sure. But so by me having to play both ways, man, it refined my skills, man. In the Arena League. So if I got a chance to get back on the big field,
Yeah.
it's been over, man. After playing in the Arena League, 'cause it was a smaller field, everything was quick, fast, and you know, the outdoor game was already challenging enough, but that was extremely challenging, man.
Right.
Especially playing receiver or defensive back, because the receiver you didn't have much space to run routes, and the defensive back, you trying to chase down a 5'8", 170 guys I would have a problem defending with guys my size.
Your size, yeah.
Anybody run out there 5'8", 5'9", 175,
You like,
fast,
oh, man.
I'm like,
Yeah,
you
right.
the big guy, coach.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna lock him down.
You really?
He's 6 foot 180.
Really? That's
Lock him
crazy.
up.
I never heard that. That's
Me,
crazy.
because, like I say, man, you know, I feel like I was strong enough to compete with them guys, and I would get with the 6'2", 190s. I would get with him, you know, because I had to guard Sparky Hamilton in high school.
Come on now.
Sparky's 6'4".
Come on,
I'm defending
man.
him in high school. Man.
Right.
You know, I'm defending guys like that. So I was
That's
used
crazy
to it.
how
That's what I
Lufkin
want.
prepped y'all for all of this.
Yes,
like,
man,
y'all,
so-
it's like it's a brief practice is hard because it make the game easier.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
my
I mean?
size is disadvantage, but I had to make it. You know, I had to
That's
make it disadvantage,
crazy.
man. But yeah, that Arena League, man. It's very different.
All right, last one, man. I'm gonna get you out of here, but
Right.
like I always ask, and this really gonna be crazy for you because I like to ask, like, because that environment, and you know what I mean. I like the pride song, like how it make you feel when you hear that song, what places that it take you to. I want to ask you, I be asking Friday night, Saturday morning football. But in your case, because some of the guys that you play professional basketball, they like the overseas crowd because they so passionate.
Mm-hmm.
They so, you know what I mean. They be loud. They sometimes will take the overseas crowd more so than NBA arena crowd. So
Right.
that's crazy. So I'm asking you, if you had to lace them up one more time, that which atmosphere would you want to be a part of? That Friday night light atmosphere, you know what I mean? That Saturday morning, you know what I mean? That Big 12, you know what I mean? Playing Texas, OU, them, you know what I mean? Or one of those arena, like, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Those crowds, like, you have to do it again. That's the, you know, which crowd would you want to experience one more time?
The crowd I talk about the most, man. Playing that Big 12 football.
That Big
I
12.
like that Big 12. You get in there, that stadium feel like it's really rocking, man. You got that kind of, you like, come on, man. You can't get that in an arena football league. It's loud.
Straight up.
High school games, yeah. It's in Lufkin, we had crowds, but you get about 12,000, you know, somewhere up in there. But you got 50, 60, 70,000 people, man, screaming, passionate about you, knowing you, loving you. I mean,
that's big.
ain't nothing like that, man. You walking out and seeing that, man. They calling your name. And
Yeah, man.
That's what I dreamt for. That's what I dreamt, man. That's college football. That's what I wanted to do. I want to play college football. Hopefully go to the next level.
Right.
You know, but college football.
I said that was the last one, but I do got one more thing because I heard you big on fitness, man. So let's shout out to your little fitness.
Oh yeah,
right
man!
quick,
Shout out Fatigue Fitness, man. I've been in business, man, for about 11 years strong. It started as Turbo Fitness.
Yeah.
At Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
Making, whatever I can make. Going from there, meeting a guy. Shout out to Michael Mitchell in University Park up in Dallas.
Shout out
met
Michael
him, man.
Mitchell.
He had a black guy, man. He had his own personal studio. I met him. He was like, hey, I got clients. You're going to do all the extra, this and that. Started out there, kind of building my clientele, man. I say about 2 years after that, I created my own business, man, Fatigue Fitness.
Come on, man.
And,
Fatigue Fitness.
Right
man.
now, about 60-some clients in, man.
Come on, man.
I'm loving it, man. So that's what I do 24/7. I breathe, eat, sleep, fitness, man.
Man.
But when I get home, I whine. I calm it down. But when I'm at work, man.
100%.
100%, man.
What's your Instagram? What's your IG? Where they can find Fatigue
they can
Fitness,
find me, man. They can find me on Instagram. You can just type in Fatigue Fitness, or you
Fatigue
can type
Fitness.
in Jerry McCloud 5.
Okay.
And you'll see all my content and everything on there, man. And Facebook, I'm also on Facebook. Jerry McCloud. You can send me a friend request.
That's big, man. Hey, man, I sure appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man, for having me.
Man, you one of the ghosts, bro. Your story crazy. I can't really name nobody that wouldn't have quit. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Under
tough.
them circumstances, bro. So you're an underground goat to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the people around my way, I know, like, it speaks for itself, bro. Big 12, Kansas State, Jerry McCloud. This been another episode of, man, Underground Ghost Show, man. I'm 10 Mil Stevie, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Hit that notification so you don't miss an episode, bro, because I got the list crazy. I don't even want to get into the names yet. Shout out to Jerry, though.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.